What up, YouTube? It's your girl Pimp back with another video, back with another black excellent video. And today I have a special guest. But before we get into the interview, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hey, you can thumbs it up, thumbs it down. But as long as you make some type of reaction with me, I got you. But without further ado, I would like to introduce y'all to my guest for the night. I got my great friend Keizy on with me. How you doing, sir?
I'm well, man. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. You know, it was a long day, but I'm here. No
Well,
complaints.
good for you. Good for you. Good for
And
you.
so, for those who don't know you, let us know a little bit about yourself.
Uh, my name is Keizy. Um, I represent a small gun store, black-owned gun store in Pennsylvania called Surplus Arme. We're located in Chester, Pennsylvania. That's about it.
Okay. Well, before we get into the gun shop, because I definitely want to touch on that. So what made you even get into the social media route?
Um, I'm old, shorty. My social media experience started with MySpace.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, just a way to connect with friends, meet new friends, meet women. You know what I mean?
And I know you served in the Army. First of all, thank you for your service. Appreciate that. When did you go into the Army?
I came in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Got
98.
out. Got out 2010.
Okay. Oh, you went for a long time. Okay.
Yeah, longer than
Okay.
others, shorter than others. You know.
Yeah. Do you come from like a Army background or?
My father actually served during the Korean War era, um, but not very long. You know what I'm
Mm, okay. You don't look your age. I can tell you that. For some reason, I thought you was younger than me.
saying? Text me your age later.
Okay. Okay.
You know
Well,
exactly.
man, the reason why I want to interview you so bad was because I love ownership, especially black ownership. And when I saw that you was one of the few that had your own gun shop, I was like, oh wow, I gotta get him on the show. Well, how did that all come about?
That's a good question, and thank you for asking. Um, my partner, his name is Tom Dixon. This dude, wow. Talk about friendships that change your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Thomas is not only a gunsmith, but he is a master gunsmith. That is, the people in that circle, they know the gravity of that statement. You know, he also owned a shop. So during the pandemic days, I'm running around enjoying no traffic on the streets, you know, my little piece of paper that says I'm an essential worker, just ride my Harley. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm looking for a new gun store. So I asked a friend of mine, I'm like, yo, I could really use a new gun store. I'm not disappointed in the stores that I go to, but I just need that I don't know, that thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So she says, a friend of mine, he actually owns a gun store. I'm like, oh, word? She's like, Chester. I was like, there's a fucking gun store in Chester? So, I call him up, make my appointment, during the pandemic days.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make an appointment for just about it.
Okay.
Um, I walk in and I was not disappointed. I met one of the most humblest, reserved, laid back, knowledgeable brothers, in this environment that I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And, wow, we started off as friends. Well, I'm sorry, he started off as my gun guy.
Okay.
We became friends, now that's my brother. And I'm proud to say, that I am his business partner.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man, that's so awesome. So you said y'all been doing it for how long? 3, 4 years?
We've been connected since 2020.
Okay.
The store, I want to say 2018, 2017, but it's a it's a weird space because this guy, he's been receiving training and going to schools for years, learning how to manufacture, learning how to gunsmith, learning how to train.
Mhm.
This guy, man, listen, he trained for 5 years before he actually trained his first person. We've
That's dope.
got, yeah, oh man, it takes a lot of discipline.
Mhm.
We've got, in the space that I occupy, the 2A community, you got guys, they're straight out of whatever 4 hour, 5 hour block of instruction that they receive, and they're taking on clients the next week
Mhm.
with very, very limited knowledge. This guy, not only is he a veteran, like myself, he served some time in law enforcement, you know,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, this dude, he truly wanted to serve his community. Um, so it's really, I can talk about my brother all day.
Yeah.
Some people don't give flowers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my thing is, I want to give you your flowers while you're alive so you can smell it.
Yes.
You know, as I look at the screen that's looking back at me, I'm looking at some of these things in here that I didn't even know existed until I met this man.
Mhm.
So I'm proud to be in this space.
Man, that's so dope. That's so dope. And I'm glad you brought that up, as far as training, because it's been like a 50-50 split with the whole, you know, I call it being educated more than anything. I see you passionate about it. Why you think it's so important for us to be not only to have firearms, but to be educated on the actual firearm itself?
That's a good question, and thank you for giving me a chance to answer. Um, One, fire firearm ownership, the right to bear arms in this country is a right. It's a constitutional right. There are very, very few stipulations on firearm ownership, and
Mhm.
that's by design. So to talk about, why it's important, you have to understand the why. In this country, the Second Amendment, it guarantees you the right to bear arms if in the event that the government becomes tyrannical. You know, tyranny doesn't mean I disagree with this president's viewpoint, or I don't like, the fact that I gotta wear a seatbelt, or something frivolous like that.
Right.
They were talking about soldiers occupying your home, as what was done during the America's fight for independence. They're talking about taxation without representation, things of that nature. You know, um, as a black man, the 13th Amendment was the amendment that freed the slaves.
Mhm.
You cannot protect the 13th Amendment with just words. The threat of retaliation has to be clear. So for me, if one day somebody comes up with the great idea to re-enslave black people, I'm ready.
Absolutely.
You know. Now, to the training aspect of that, if I'm not proficient on anything that you see in the background here, I'm not only a danger to myself, but I'm a danger to everyone around me. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to operate that weapon. You have to learn what the weapon's capability is. Maximum effective range. How loud it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because some things in here I would not let off in a very, very small room. I blow air.
Absolutely.
There's some things in here that the muzzle flash is so bright
Mhm.
that I may temporarily, blind myself. I mean, just from, especially if you're in the dark. You
Yeah.
know, um, firearm ownership has to start with safety. It has to. Step one, safety. Uh, Never put your finger on the trigger.
Mhm.
Don't point your weapon around.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Be cognizant of your surroundings. And I'm not just talking about crowded places. There's places, there's something called dry fire drills. Dry fire drills, those are drills that you do so that you can learn how to load and unload your weapon without it going off.
Mhm.
Over at Surplus Army, we don't call them accidental discharge. We call it what it is. That's a negligent discharge because you're being negligent. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that
Nice.
yeah, and we don't fuck around. We don't fuck around with that. You know, in order to be the best, you gotta teach the best,
Yes.
and it all starts with safety.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad you said that because no matter what kind of class I go to, that's always the main point. Safety.
When you got these, and never not ask a question that you want to ask. A good trainer can articulate the answer to the question that you have. If they can't articulate that answer, you're in the wrong place. Request will be fun. And get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My partner's his youngest daughter, Addie. You can follow her on Instagram, Action Addie.
Okay.
Yeah, like 4. She will sit you down and tell you in her own little words, because of her limited vocabulary, gun safety. She'll tell you, don't point it at anybody. Keep your finger off the trigger. You know what I'm saying? If you have to shoot the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll ask her, Addie, if you see a gun, what do? You run tell an adult.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Now, this little girl, she spends most of her time around us
Yeah.
at a gun shop. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the box that the gun came in, those big cardboard boxes, is in more danger of being touched than the gun.
Okay.
Part of, I may be jumping the gun, but this is a big thing with safety. We get customers in, and they want to purchase a firearm. All right, no problem. But then it's like, oh, I need a lockbox because I have children. No, what you're gonna do is teach your children. You bring them in. Listen, this is a gun. You know what I mean? Let them ask questions. Take the curiosity out of it. Take it out of it, and you can use that gun as a incentive for them to do better in school, apply themselves a little better in social atmospheres. You know, we got one customer. He's been stockpiling guns for his 15-year-old. Every time that kid brings home straight A's, he picks his new gun.
Mm.
Now he won't be able to legally own those guns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Until he turns 21 in some cases. But this kid consistently brings home straight A's. Consistent. Dad just got to work a little extra. Pop every once in a while. I'm like, yo, what's up with my man? He's like, man, little man got me working, man. I get another 10 hours of overtime this week. Trying to bust out a couple doubles. So he want that new 300 blackout. He want that do this. He want that do that. And it's working out.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing with gun safety is, as I sit here, I got some pretty big shit around. But the most dangerous weapon in this room is my mind.
Mm.
Is my mind. You can either de-escalate a situation. You can ride the wave, or you can set some shit off. Depending on the state that you're in, you damn sure better know your gun law.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because what works in Pennsylvania may not work over there in Alabama.
Oh man, absolutely. So true.
Yeah.
So true. Well, now, what got you into firearms? I see that beauty right there, which is always in all your videos that I watch, and I love it. Yeah, one day, I'm probably have to leave the state, but one day.
But yo, oh man, funny thing about this, man. I didn't really grow up around firearms. I learned firearms when I was in the military.
Okay.
And I learned from proper men. There's a difference between a man, a grown man, and a grown up. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know, these weapons, you know, they defended, you know, our freedom. You know, they are to be respected, you know, maintained, of course. You know, if you gotta use it, it's ready for you. It's ready for you.
Always ready. Absolutely. Now, what was the first gun you ever picked up?
First gun I ever picked up was an M16.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Listen. I don't have one of those stories. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys out there. They, you know, due to life circumstances and things they went through, you know, in the environment that they have literally had to fight to survive. You know, and I applaud them because they made it out. I'm not that guy. I can't. What the young people call that shit capping. I can't cap it.
You cap it, absolutely. Oh, so what's your favorite gun?
Depends on the day. It depends on the day. The state that I'm in, we have access to a wide array of firearms. A wide array. They don't really bother us when it comes to what we want to carry. You know,
okay.
When I say we're liberal, you know, we have the liberty to carry, you know, whatever, pretty much whatever you want. You know, so,
okay.
I mean, I got them all from revolvers to. If I'm gonna sell a gun, I gotta know how to use it.
I appreciate that.
And if you come into my shop and say, "Yo, what do you think about this Smith and Wesson, whatever." 9 times out of 10, I have shot. You know what I'm saying? Or if I can't tell you I shot it, you know, Thomas can break it down for you.
Got you. Any what's the worst gun?
Ooh. Okay.
Now we're talking, huh?
Yeah, now we talking, baby. My brothers and sisters. There are companies out there that specifically market cheap firearms to people that look like you and I. I'm gonna call it what it is. You know, Sky, Taurus, but I'm gonna say Taurus semi-automatic weapon.
Okay. Cause I'm a Taurus girl. I ain't gonna lie.
I have a couple Tauruses myself. Let me show you my Taurus. Hold on.
I knew you was gonna get that. How did I guess that?
I have a small, modest collection of judges.
Yeah.
Taurus, they make superb revolvers.
I totally agree.
In my opinion, they're top notch. They're semi-automatics. You couldn't pay me to. We have a bet, an ongoing bet at our shop. You know, well, let me explain to you what we do also. Besides sell guns, we are a manufacturer.
Oh, dope.
Yep. Surplus Army line is great. We got the CC-15 and the X-Duty We got a defender line.
Hmm.
Um, we do a lot, but we focus on training. We train hard. We train hard. We have ladies training, beginners training, advanced training, dynamic training. Um, if you can make it through one of our courses, one of our outdoor ranges with a tourist or a sky with zero malfunctions or stoppages, you set your price and we'll buy it.
Hmm.
Never bought. We
Hmm.
ain't bought one yet. We ain't bought one yet. I can't speak for things that have happened for me, but I know since 2020, we ain't bought one yet.
Hmm. Gotcha. Well, I like a challenge. Okay.
Well, it's, look at it like this. I'm not challenging you, I'm challenging your gun. Not challenging you. So it's companies out there, they market this stuff to us. Why do you think that this gun costs $300
That's true too. Hmm.
and is made in these crazy exotic colors?
Yeah, I
And
never understood the whole color thing. I'm not a
don't
color.
understand.
Yeah.
Um, for me personally, black dark earth or black, or in some cases, you get it chrome or brushed. You know what I mean? Um, I don't really find a need for a purple gun. However, if I do get a gun that's purple or red or something like that, I'm a damn sure make sure that it works.
I know that's right.
These companies, they're marketing en masse. They're dedicating millions of dollars to persuade you to buy their gun based off the colors, pricing, um, advertisement.
Mhm.
In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't even really speak for my shop on this. I believe that most gun publications are glorified advertising machines. That's my opinion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, some of the worst guns I've seen are your tourist semi-automatics, your skies, high points.
Oh, the high point.
Like, nah, stay away from those. Stay away from
Stay away from.
Yeah, and you get people that come in, they're like, well, yo, I'm just looking for a starter gun. There's no such thing as a starter gun. That
Okay.
weapon is a purpose-driven tool. Now, you have a couple uses for that tool. You know, one, of course, defense, self-defense, home defense, sporting. I mean, if we forget that there's a whole world out there where you can just go shoot at paper, go shoot at targets, and hopefully you'll never have to use that weapon in defense of yourself. You know, yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Man, so how can people reach you? What's your Instagram? All that good stuff. Let people know.
Okay. Well, I'll start off with the shop. Thank you. Surplus Army. You can catch us on Instagram. You can that's the shop's page. Addison Dixon, she is in charge of our training. You can catch her on. I'll give you the link for her and everything also. Uh, Mine is Keizy _show at Instagram. Um, before I get done, we talked about just one of the few black-owned gun shops. There's a couple more. Got Integrity down in the Carolinas. A very very good friend of ours, Graham, he runs that place. Dudley has MD Arsenal down in Hagerstown, Maryland. If you find yourself in Maryland, please go see this man. He has one of the most beautiful facilities I've ever seen. He's knowledgeable, funny as all hell. Got Kick Up down there. My main man Raul. You know, these guys they are subject matter experts at what they do. Um, there's another couple companies I want to mention. Practical Tactical Concepts.
Okay.
My main man Mott, he's a training guru. Big Boy Tactical. I can talk about Big Boy Tactical all day. This man, he does custom holsters. Right?
Mm.
Whatever gun you got, he can make a holster.
Oh.
And it will run. You know, he makes them all on the spot. Not only that, he is a actual instructor. So if you find yourself in this area and you want to do a Utah carrying concealed permit, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be the guy to do it for you. You know, he does Maryland, he does Jersey. I mean, these guys, they don't play around. They don't play around.
Man, I love it. I love it. Well, I really appreciate you coming on doing this video. I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2. I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2 soon.
I'm glad to be here. Black representation is so important. You know, it's not just a slogan. Black Lives Matter is not just a slogan, at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is a declaration of war or peace. You know, at the end of the day, you got to be able to stand on your rights as an American. You know, you don't like the system, change the shit.
Oh, absolutely.
But you got to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to fight for that. I can speak all day on these topics, you know, with no issue. You know, I love it. You know, I love being in a place that not only, you know, am I represented, you know, but I can represent myself also.
Man, well, I definitely appreciate you. Hey, YouTube, another awesome interview, as always. Make sure you go check his page out, and everybody that we mentioned, I definitely put it in the description below. Oh man, YouTube, until the next video, y'all be safe out there. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe as well. And we're going to see you on another day. Peace.